The light over it would eliminate that.
Okay.
Which
I kind of like this shit.
I have that at home. Yeah, some people would like it. Like it. Yeah.
I don't know, like a douchebag, but
That's cool. That's cool.
that's on me.
And then yeah. So then it would be yeah. Let's just. You got your questions. Obviously, the first question was what got you into real estate. Second question is what hobbies do you like, and the third one, a fun one, is what's your story? You know, oh yeah, I went to college at Brown. I didn't like Florida, so I ended up here because of my wife.
Brown is in Florida?
I'm making all that. Making all that up.
Oh, you're making it all up. I usually, so my go-to, because I try to pretend like I'm extroverted and I'm all like a people person and I like to giggle and shake hands and kiss babies, right? Nah, I have to train myself to like do it. So frog, F-R-O-G, family, recreational activities, occupation, goals, bound. You never run out of things to say. The biggest thing that you can do when you meet a new person is let them talk about themselves. The only people that people care about are the people they see in the mirror every single morning. So if you can make an art of giving a shit about other people, man, you're gonna be successful in real estate.
Yeah, pretty
For women.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I said yes. Right? So 10 years is an easy ask. Or 10 years is an easy the final one. But that's the thing, like, you had to put the mask on, you had to put the face on, right? When people can't come up to you and they're gonna yell at you about $300 hair consultations, and you're 16 years old in high school, you truly don't care, but you want to seem like you do, so you smile. And then what you find out is that it actually, when you fake smile, it still tricks your brain into thinking that you're happy because it's the same muscle memory that when you are actually happy. So now your brain all of a sudden is happier, dopamine sets in, and you get a little bit of boost of confidence, and you're like, have I just been faking it this whole time, or am I actually a happy person?
Oh, it brings you into the existentialism.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah.
So, but I'm glad we sat down and we're talking about this because Derek, I really want to know. Who are you? Family? Do you have family around you?
Yeah, I do have family. I grew up around southeast side of Chicago. Okay. And then I still went to school around southwest side of Chicago. So I was going all over the place, man. It was all over the place. That's why I like where we're renting stuff out is like, I don't know, I could pass by and be like, hey, I went to that school.
Nice. You're authentically local right there.
And then I'm just like, hey, I used to go to the Burger King all the time. Get myself a burger. But who am I? I am just a person that I think I have a lot of skills, a lot of subconscious, innate features and like attributes about me that it really helps me to shine with leasing. And because a lot of people they're all like, Derek, some people don't reach out to me, but you do.
Yeah.
How do you do it? And then there are like some people before I message them or I call them and they don't answer, but you do somehow. So I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I a superhero? Do I know what to do? Do I know how to help other people who may look or seem like me, like they grew up in the same area? Yeah. I feel like I know what a lot of people like, a lot of people don't like, and what they want is respect. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
So I always respectful. I'm even at the showings, I'm like, yes ma'am, yes sir. And people they like that. I can see that.
Even the people that say, don't shake my hand and call me sir, they can love it.
I know.
Mr. Stork was my dad. Yeah, but you thought about it. Like, you enjoyed that. It's respect. And, nobody gives respect anymore.
Yeah.
I go to Walgreens and I get yelled at by the cashier because my 5-year-old's touching the gum. What 5-year-old doesn't touch gum in a line at a cashier? Sorry, go on.
That's what they do. But yeah, I remember the first time.
It's such a dog thing.
What?
Dogs touching gum?
Dog giving respect to everybody.
The dog thing, he says? I like this. It's like a debate kind of thing. We're like, hey man, we really like being nice people. And Cruz is like, nah. Gut them, bleed them out.
And they'll love and respect you for it. No one has done it to them. You know, and now it's a landmark moment. Now they don't have to go pay money to Tony Robbins. Just
There you go.
but you know, it takes a lot of years of being in a library basement to achieve such powers. Everybody wants respect. It's the ego.
Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly that. Yeah, it's like
But what about when you have everything you want? Those people are different.
Then you want.
Oh man,
When you have everything you want, then you just want other people to notice. Like, I don't care about cars. I have a person in my life who does care about cars.
oh, that's the new wealth.
And I have to Google what that car is to see, like, to say things like, oh man, that's really cool. I heard about this XY. Like, I could care less. If it played the big, like we were talking about movies, if it played The Big Lebowski on like the back window so everybody else in traffic can watch a movie, I'd be like, that's the coolest car I've ever heard of in my entire life. That's just how I am. But you need to accommodate your audience, right? So like if this guy cares about all these cars and all this and that, okay, cool. Then I'm gonna Google research this, you know, that $10,000 stove that I was talking about. I can't remember the name of.
So The Big Lebowski is your favorite movie?
No, but it's definitely one that you have to watch.
I will check it out. I will check it out later today.
Right? It's
He
one
was-
of the faves.
The Big Lebowski. I think he represents. He's like the biggest stoic. I think.
Right? He just is. He's like
That's the
radical.
dude.
What do they say now to parents? Radical acceptance. It is what it is because it is, man. That's the Big Lebowski. That's Jeff Daniels.
He was, well, believe it or not, like all of military guys love to reference movies.
Really?
And there's one that's always getting references: The Big Lebowski,
Really?
along with Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Were you in the military?
Watch out for that first step. It's a doozy.
Okay.
No,
It's Groundhog Day.
No,
It's a reference right there for
I
you.
love that movie.
Right? Because he steps in the water sometimes. Coming off the curb.
You know what's the biggest lesson in that movie? A lot of people fail to take away.
Ooh.
Is unlike angelic beings who have unlimited time, we don't, and we are so like we let so much time leak. Instead of you notice when Murray started playing the piano, he mastered it, and then he mastered at talking with people. The nice thing about life is like there's mastery. So the thing I like about real estate is, as you're serving the client, whether it's 1,000 or 1,000,000, there's still mastery in that performance.
Yeah.
And you just get better and better at it.
As you repeat it, right? Yeah, I can give you because I was interviewing, so I can give you the pitch about how I got into real estate because you tell that story a million times, and the more you tell the story, like my wife's like, dude, there's gotta be some new bits, right? Because you don't I've been with her for 10, 11 years. She knows all my jokes, all my stories. I'm boring to her now, but the people that you're meeting. You didn't marry them, so you can it's all fresh content to them, right? We'll give them a cab, because this is before Uber, and they're on their merry way. They don't get to check in to that new hotel until the cab, they leave my hotel, they go to the other hotel. It's a huge pain in the ass for the front desk, for the hotel, for the people that are traveling all this time, and all they want to do is sleep. It's 10 o'clock at night. So with that was the foundation, right? So with that being said, we were having a walk night, and when I was Mr. Corporate Hotel World, I wanted to be a hotel manager. I was going to climb that corporate ladder. I'm going to keep saying yes, sir, and show up for the 8 in the morning meetings, and I'm going to thumbs up and do the dance, right? And I'm going to make it. Well, that guy was there. The hotel manager, his name was Mr. Hall, I'll say, because this is public. But Mr. Hall, his wife was actually giving birth to their first child 3 blocks north of our hotel during a walk night. He had to shake the hand and then walk a VIP over to the elevators. There were complications with her pregnancy. On her first pregnancy while she was giving birth, he couldn't leave the hotel because he had to shake a T4 level guest's hand and then walk them to the elevator bank that they've walked to 100 to 200 times a year. And that's when I realized, I was like, in this industry, I'm a number. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I have no freedom. I can bust my ass every single night and sell this hotel out every single night, and they're going to pay me the same amount of money every single week, every month. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a corporate cog in the wheel. So I'm like, what else can I do? I like talking to people. I'm relatively, handsome. This is what my girlfriend told me at the time. And sales, why not? So my brother was a property manager, and he was like, dude, you would kill it in sales. Just get a car and then go. So that's what brought me into real estate. It's the idea of the harder you work and the more you consistently do the right thing, the more money you can actually bring in. That wasn't in the hotel industry.
No.
Real estate.
It's then again, I know there's a lot of folks in the audience that are like, no, I'm not gonna get. I just want my stability. I want my comfort. And it's like, are we forgetting that we are creatures of comfort?
True.
And we need to fight against it. We need to get uncomfortable every day. So that's the thing with the hotel, that leads to a life of comfort.
Yeah.
I've done this 200 times, it's no different this time. And that to me is more demoralizing. But then some people they'll ask you, but that means you don't know exactly how much you make every month.
No.
All right, and I'm like, well, that's the exciting part.
Yeah.
At least with our team, we can say, well, if you do the work, you should make a base of this much.
Yeah.
And then we're finding out the hard way that not everybody can close a deal. There's too many variables. You got the variable of the property. Is it an owner or an agent? How are they going to respond? You got the variable of your client. Are they qualified or not? Oh gosh, for some people it'd just be like, no, that's too many unknowns, too many uncomfortableness.
You have the variable that you could get in your car, go and drive someplace, pick up keys, go and drive to the actual apartment building, meet your clients, have them waiting for you, jingle jangle in the lock, those keys don't work. That is a variable that, like, if I knew that up front, I'd be like, well, I don't know, man, I don't know if I can do it. But then again, the people who actually then close the deals are the people that, now we don't support this and we don't think it's a good idea to do, but back in the day, I would climb through windows. I would check the back door. I would get in because that's your obstacle, right? Like, this, like, I have my client, they have the money, I have this apartment, it wants the client's money, I need to be the broker in between those two things. I'm hopping a window, I'm jumping a fence, right?
Gotta work backwards sometimes.
Exactly. Take a picture of it, obviously, and then have your clients know that you're not actually breaking the law, you're getting in, but you make a joke out of it. But don't break into any apartments. I shouldn't be a managed broker saying that you should break into apartments. But the idea is overcome, achieve, right? If you're comfortable, you're not necessarily happy, you're kind of bored, right? My favorite thing, because I was learning like through sales, and honestly the same books that you were reading too, is the Never Split the Difference. It might have come from that, but it was like, ask questions that make you uncomfortable to train yourself in being comfortable with like discomfort. I would go to the dentist, and everywhere I went, and you guys should try it too, you probably already have, but like, ask for the Ryan discount.
Oh yeah.
Did that come from the book?
Yeah.
Was it? But like,
They love it.
Starbucks, ask for the Ryan discount. Doing it with kids is so much easier to get a yes.
Well, speaking of, when you're saying you call everybody sir and they love it, more powerful than that, you call them by their first name.
Yes.
Because that's, their parents called them that all the time.
And say it 3 times during the first conversation so you actually remember. I have the worst memory.
Only people that get a sir
That's hard.
is the Pope, the Queen, or the President. Everyone, I guess, the first name. First
Everybody
name
else gets
basis.
first names only.
I'm a doctor. I go, oh, okay. Spent a lot of time studying. Must be nice. You didn't have to fight for food, huh? Yeah, parents that could support.
Oh, yeah.
You must have had books at your house. Must be nice.
Must be nice.
But you had a television with Sesame Street, and you learned English, so you didn't go into ESL, English Second Language, even though you're raised in the United States. Like,
you know what I was told? I just found out this morning driving in here. The owner of Snapchat, who's valued at like $40 million or something.
probably $1 billion on it now.
Probably.
Maybe I'm at the first part of the podcast, so maybe you're right. But the I know that Facebook offered them like $3 billion, and he said no. But he was like, my comeuppance, my like claim to fame. I used to build things as a kid because my parents wouldn't let me watch TV. They just swore off all TV.
Oh.
Interesting.
That's what you're gonna start doing?
No, my kids. They're a different story. But
TV's off.
But like that's the thing. Like it takes all kinds. You know what I mean? Oh, that's very interesting. You know, TV create ChatGPT or not ChatGPT, Snapchat. That's what I meant. Did I say ChatGPT?
Yeah, my rich buddy up north has the same thing. You man up there with Israel, and he got talking to video games because he asked, what does Israel do on his free time before real estate? Play video games.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil.
Oh, nice.
3D headset. You name it.
Yeah.
He was gaming. And he goes, I told my son, if you want to play games, it better be one that you make.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, well, he stopped gaming after that.
Israel did?
I did too. I was gaming. I was worse. I was pay to win gaming.
What was that?
So,
Like online gambling?
yeah, no, like online gaming. Like, your character's stronger than mine. I guess I better put $10 into my character and beef him up.
Oh yeah. No.
Pay to win.
I never did that.
Oh boy.
I heard that from you, and the fact that like you didn't win the first time, but you kept on going. I was like, oh
yeah.
We got a good one. But on your end, it needed to be both ways, right? What happened?
Both ways in what?
Like I was excited about you. Why were you excited about Westward 360? Or are you? Even?
So I
Testing the
mean,
waters.
New
Yeah,
agent's
yeah.
probably here.
Get him in.
I was kind of a bit excited, and it was only because one of the things that I saw when I walked in, like I saw people working.
No.
I saw people working. When I was at the other place, everyone was staring at me.
Really?
Yeah. I was in the little conference room.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 2 other people that were there to see about the job.
Yeah.
And then all the other people
We're just.
were staring at me. And then we were in a small room. Like they had an office, but like there was people walking in. They had a front desk. It looked pretty similar, but I just feel like there wasn't enough work going on around.
That makes sense.
Here, there's a lot of people like on their computer. They're
Yeah.
working. Dante's over there calling people.
Yeah.
I'm over there seeing, and then there's Zach or Chris, whatever. Someone's in the room. Someone's doing something.
Yeah.
And in the other place, I kind of saw a lot of like
Lonely
just
agents.
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Well-
I'm sure they had stuff to do, but yeah.
Yeah. No, that's like a vibe of the office itself, and it's just
Yeah.
like I spend the majority of my time in the basement, right, of my house. Be like not in this office, so it's hard to keep yourself motivated, right? I bought a standing desk, and I was like, all right, if I just like feel like I'm over it, I pop the button, and then the desk goes up. Now I gotta stand. Now I can't be over it anymore. You know what I mean? Like so there's like tricks to do that, but like surrounding yourself with guys like Cruz and guys like Zach and like this office in general, you get like more energized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're surrounded by
That's
them.
exactly true.
And the cool thing too is like what I would see in real estate offices, specifically this one as well, is that those like you referenced a couple of people's names. Dante isn't even in our department, so like those are relationships that you can build. And all of a sudden, Dante doesn't have a real estate license, but he deals with a lot of people that need real estate, right? So like if you're his go-to already, just simply because he knows the name and the face, and that you're a good dude that's always working, like now he's giving you business. You know what I mean?
All I do is walk in, and I'm all like,
Let's go.
what's up?
Yeah.
Look, that's all I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
like nodding my head, just like someone who grew up in Chicago. I'm just
Right.
like nodding my head.
Yeah.
And then Dante just says, he just does a little hi. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, just simple things like that.
Yeah.
That starts to snowball of like correlation and like relationships, you know?
Exactly. Well,
So
that's
I like
why-
that part too.
Yeah. And
That
you
part's
like
fun.
when you did with the floor situation, I wanted to make it a point to like go back to the property manager and like they came to me with an issue, but then like even Derek resolved it and made it better. So I wanted to make sure that they knew that like, hey, you told us not to show it anymore. Cool. Derek increased the price by $100. Got an application approved already. So tell us when we can show it. You know what I mean? And I also said maybe you inform the owner of that before he invoices us for the additional flooring, right? Because it is what it is. And she like wrote back. She took it very seriously, but she was like, oh, I'm going to be talking to the owner later today. I go, honestly, do not fight with an owner about you know what I mean, an invoice regarding like a mistake that we made. All I really wanted was that high five reference for Derek because he's closing deals and he's making those issues go away. But for working, you know what I mean? You could have just hands behind your back. All right, I got an objection. I'm defeated. I will see this problem / apartment next week. But you didn't.
Which I kind of wanted to do, but then I just started calling, and some people were like, "Tell me more about this apartment." That was a sign when I was like, "Okay, this person really, really wants this apartment." And like, "Tell me a little bit more," and I'm like, "Okay, well, this is how it is. Fortunately, we can't see it right now." And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply."
Awesome.
And then that was one situation. The other lady, like I said, the approved applicant now, she just went on the website and just said, "I want it that bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the website based on everything you said and apply." I didn't even send her the link. I told her,
Oh really?
yeah,
That's awesome.
I told her, I'm like, we're gonna be able to see it on Sunday. It's just the floor is gonna dry. Everybody can just like apply to see it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then then she just went to the website. Didn't even know if she applied to the right one. I was all like, I hope she did.
Yeah.
And then I went to Propertyware, saw her name. I'm all like, wow, that easy,
Right.
you know?
I love it.
But it's like it's easy if you make it. If you don't,
Yeah, because it would have been super easy just to not make those phone calls.
right? And
Just
just
to,
put my phone on
okay,
D
I'll
and D.